Hello guys, I hope everybody is able to see me, hear me and see the screen properly. Okay, we're going to be doing this one quick session which talks about 1 month preparation for your FRM level 1 exam in the month of August. Okay, so can I get a quick confirmation on chat कि सबको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Everybody is able to hear me properly. Can I get a quick confirmation on chat? And the voice is clear, right? I hope everybody is good. सबको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Can I get a quick confirmation on chat so that I can start the session? Right? Perfect. So we're going to be talking about last 1 month preparation for your FRM level 1 exam. So level 1 exam in the month of August is on 9th and 10th of August. Okay. Now when you're planning your entire last 1 month, you should always start from back. Okay. So you should always do a backward induction. So if your exam date is 9th, for example, okay, at least give 4 to 5 days, okay, for reading the treasure book. Okay, so in these 4 to 5 books, just make sure that you are just reading the treasure books, okay, revising the formulas, whatever mistakes that you did in your solving of the question bank, either chapter wise question bank, either mock papers, okay, or say for example your sectional test, whatever mistakes you made, okay, make sure that you go through those mistakes. That means when I'm revising the textbook, okay, suppose I'm revising chapter number 1, building block of risk management, I will go to the question bank, I'll quickly see where I've made mistake. If you have made a note of it, that is good. If you have not made, just go through the question bank quickly and see what can you learn from that chapter, okay. And then again go to the second chapter, do revision, go to the question bank quickly. Again, over here you're not solving, you're just going and checking which question was tough for you, or you learned something unique, so you must have written down, you must have made some note that can be revised over here. Formulas has to be done properly, okay. What you can also do in the last 4-5 days, okay, when you're revising, okay, when you're going through the treasure book, focus on important concepts and focus on important chapter. So read those chapters 2-3 times, okay, likewise. So focus on reading, and this reading will help you in your entire option elimination. Okay, so when you go to the actual exam and you're trying to eliminate the options, this reading will actually help you. Okay, so make sure that you do not lose that. Okay, so if I'm assuming that it's 5 days from your exam date, so let us assume that 4 to 5 days, so it is like 5th of August. Okay, now from here ideally you should be giving at least 15 days, okay, 10 to 15 days depending upon how many mocks you're solving. Okay, so if I'm doing that, so for example I'm taking 20 days, so 20th of July, okay, 20th of July, so from here till 5th of August you should be only solving mock papers. Okay, now I generally provide 4 mock papers. Okay, so what you can do is you can do 2 of my mock papers, or say for example if you are preparing on your own and you have some mocks available, okay, so you can use that 2 mock papers, plus make sure that you solve 2024 GAR sample paper. There are two parts into this, so make sure that you solve those 2 parts properly. It is available in your student portal also, so you have to solve. And when you're solving those mock papers, ideally your pattern should be like this. Say for example I'm starting from 20th of July. Okay, I'm just changing the color. If I'm starting from 20th of July, I will give say initial 3 days, 4 days to revise, and then I'll give the first mock. Then I will do revision only for 1 or 2 days, and then I'll give the mock. Then again 1 or 2 days, and then I'll give the mock. So basically every time you revise and then do the solving of the mock. Okay. Further, you have to make sure that you are doing a proper analysis of mocks. Okay, proper analysis of mocks exam. This is very, very important. Now, when you're looking at those analysis, what you are obviously going to look at it is where you made mistakes or wrong answers. Go back to the concept in the book. You have to read that concept, understand that concept, and whatever mistake you made, just make a note of it. Just make a note of it. Okay. Next, also quickly look at answers which you got correct. Now, why am I saying this? You should be going back to the same concept. Now, this time the question was asked from the concept. Say, for example, I'm talking about euro dollar futures from book 3. Okay. You have got the question, but the question was easy in the mock. But the same concept can be tested. So you have to think of it like this, that 100 questions that I'm solving in the mock, it might be coming from say 80, 90 concepts. I have to make sure that these concepts are getting revised after the mock for me, so that again, if similar concept is tested, I am not making, my chances of making mistake is low. That is what you have to think. Okay. So look at both wrong answers and right answers properly. Okay. There might be some questions which you've just ticked. Obviously, that you have to read and do the proper analysis as you're doing it. So analysis of mock paper is important. Okay. So in total, you should be looking at 4 mocks. 4 mocks. Okay. Now, if I'm looking at 20th of July, so we have reached till 20th of July and today we are standing at 9th, right? So if I'm going to go back from 9th of July till 20th of July. Okay. So in this date, okay, there might be some students, okay, who have not completed the portion till now, like on 9th. Okay. So ideally, at least till 20th, you should be able to complete one full walkthrough of the book and as much as possible question bank solving. If you have not done question bank solving properly till now, make sure that you solve book 3 and book 4 question bank properly. Okay, so I'm just writing it. 3rd and 4th book question bank has to be solved properly. Do not skip that. Okay, because 4th book a lot of people find tough. Okay. Next, there are certain students who have already done the preparation. What they can do is they can do sectional test. Now, if you have the quiz for the entire book, okay, say entire book 1, just read and do the solving of that sectional test or book wise quiz. Over there, you have to focus on accuracy. How much accuracy you are getting in these sectional tests. Okay, so you can do that in those 10 days from 9th of July till 20th. Okay, you can focus on revision and sectional test. Take one book and just start solving. Okay. Now there might be certain people who might get completed by 15th of July. Okay, so there is 3rd category of students who are able to do 15th, complete the entire portion by 15th of July. Now, if suppose you have reached 15th of July, you have 5 days before starting your mock, before actually starting the preparation for the mock. What you can do is you can do sectional test, but only of book 3 and book 4. Only do sectional test of book 3 and book 4 because they're heavy weighted. So just complete that. Do 1-2 sectional test. You'll be confident on that book, even though it was good for you, because in this exam right now, the May exam happened, the results came out, it was exceptional result. What few things I realized, that a lot of students, they had confidence in book 3, but in the actual exam they perform bad in book 3. Okay, so don't get overconfident. Make sure that you solve the sectional test for the book 3 and book 4 in that 5 days. So I've talked about 3 different categories of students who are there at today's date. Okay, I'll also be addressing the query. Okay, so Aryan, answering to the query, I have completed my syllabus just now and I have purchased the extra mock from GAR. What will be the best strategy from now on to forget most of the content? See, first of all, extra mock is not needed, but if you have taken it, that's okay. Now you have the 2 mocks which has been given by GAR, which is around like 2024 sample paper, plus you have the mock. So you roughly have 3 mocks available which you can easily solve right now. What you can do is because you're forgetting the concept. Okay, from now till 20th, just read the entire content fast. Okay, do the entire full reading of the Swagger book once and then start the mock papers. That you can do. Right, Aryan? I've answered the query. Any other student who has the query, you can put it on the chat section. I'll address it also. So what I have done till now is that I've talked about that if you start today at 9th, from 9th till 20th, you should be doing some sectional tests, assuming you have already completed the portion. If you have not completed the portion, try to complete it by 18th or 20th maximum. Don't go beyond that. It will not make much of an help. Okay, from 20th, make sure that you solve the mock papers. Now, what is happening in the May attempt also, there were few students who didn't do the mock, but they got cleared. But my recommendation is make sure that you solve at least 1 to 2 mocks, because it gives you perspective. It gives you a perspective of how to sit for 4 hours. Okay, how things will be when all the 62 chapter will come together. So you have to make sure that you give 1 or 2 mocks. It will give you good perspective of the actual exam. Okay. Anmol, answering to your query, what was the difficulty level of May 2024 exam? See, difficulty level varied. Okay, so there are people who got easy paper also. They immediately after the exam, they reached out to me stating that the exam was very easy. Okay, they got cleared. There were people who thought that they're not going to clear because they got very tough paper, but they also got cleared. So what ideally institute is doing, that as per my understanding, okay, is that they are doing standardization. Okay, so if somebody is having a good easy paper, okay, their score will get slightly low down. If somebody is having a difficult paper, their score will be slightly up. So that is how the standardization might be doing this kind of standardization to bring everybody at par, because the exam is happening for around 5 days, 6 days, right? But for your case, August, the best part is that the result will be available soon. In last year, the result got I think so around by the end of August itself. So you will come to know the result very fast. That is very good, because May students, they were in suspense till July 3rd. Okay. Aryan, any other students who has the query, you can put it on chat. Also, what should be decent score? I forgot to talk about it. Yes. So when you're solving mock papers, okay, I talked about 4 mock papers. So generally in the GARP sample paper, you will be scoring between 50 to 55. Okay. If you're solving my mock papers, so the range would be around 55 to 60. These range are good. If you're above it, obviously it's good. But this is a good range to tell you that your preparation is proper. But one point which I want to highlight, there were students in this exam also, in the May exam, in the mocks they got 46, 47 correct, but still they got cleared. So this is just an indication. It is not the final result. Okay, go with confidence in the actual exam. Okay, and the result could be positive for you also, because a lot of time we assume that okay, bond valuation is very tough for me and I might not be able to clear, but in the exam you might not find questions for bond valuation. Okay, so go and attend the exam with positive thought process. Okay, Aryan, I'm answering the query. Bhanu, can you guide me if sectional tests are available? I am not sure about them. Okay, I'm not sure about what AP question banks are. Okay. See, if you have used a material from Telegram, I cannot guarantee that, because see, a lot of people, they will sell you some PDF, they will give you some PDF file which might not be the actual material. Okay, so I cannot comment on that. It's very difficult to do that. Okay, what about others? Any queries till now? So we talked about the mock papers also. How many mock papers? What should be your strategy? How many gaps, a day's gap you should have? That also should be focusing on, like 2 days at least gap between the mock papers. Read the content properly again, if possible, important chapters. And I had already released important concepts chapter for the May exam. You can refer to that. It is already there in the YouTube. So make sure that you go through that content also for the exam. And also very important is this: make sure that in the last 3-4 days, please read Swagger properly. Even though you're not confident that much on the exam, make sure that you read the chapter properly, because that will give you good amount of confidence on the day of the exam. Okay, so this is how you should be tackling the exam prep. Any queries, guys? In case you have a query and need some help, okay, I'm not talking about the doubts from the concepts, because obviously that is very difficult for me to address in a very fast manner. But if you have guidance related query, you can reach out to me on this number on WhatsApp. Okay, I might take some time to revert, but at least there is somebody who can help you out. If you're preparing on your own, do not worry. Okay, is there any query from the audience? Jayant, Bhavya, Sirat. And I hope everybody's preparation is going in full swing. People have taken last two weeks off who are working, right? Okay, perfect. So if there is no query, we will be closing the session for today. So thank you very much for guys for joining in. We'll be coming out with more such sessions and videos for you guys to prepare properly for the exam. Thank you very much, guys.